Hello everyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and today, or should I say tonight, I'm doing a little bit of a late night recording session, and both because it is late and I'm tired, and because it's late and people are trying to sleep, we're going to be a little bit more low energy, a little bit more low key today. So, settle in. It's going to be a little bit of a cozier video. Possibly even 2 videos, depending on how long I decide to go. And we're going to continue on with the twins' story, now that their paths have reunited. To do such, we're moving on to Narube River. And there's going to be some interesting things that go down there. I'm a little bit worried about this mission. It can be a little dicey, but let's go. The sacred stones that defeated the Demon King radiate a constant and dazzling light. The sacred stones are the only power against the dark, the last hope of humanity. It is only natural that evil would seek to destroy the sacred stones. There can be no other force behind this attempt to gain the stones. A childhood friend appears before Eirika. It is worth noting as well that even though their paths are united now and you go through the same missions from this point to the end of the game, depending on, or regardless of who you chose to follow through the middle part of the game, there will be differing dialogue because you do have a specific character as your quote-unquote lead character still, in our case, Eirika. I decided to pump up the gain a little bit, just so it's a little bit easier for me to be picked up, despite me being a little bit softer of voice today, so hopefully that's not too obnoxious for everybody. How do you intend to use the Sacred Stone, Leon? Do you really think you can tap into its power? My research isn't complete yet, but there's no mistaking the power that the Sacred Stones contain. And the Stone of Grado seems especially responsive to my dark magic. I suppose it's because it contains both sacred and demonic properties. Regardless, if I can just press my studies a little harder, well, I think I might be able to use it to heal my father's illness. If that works, there's no telling how many other people I can help as well. Do you think this is wise? The power contained within the stones is beyond our understanding. My father tells me that the stones possess a power not to be trifled with. Father McGregor is also against it. That's why they still won't give me direct access to the Stone of Grado. For the time being, I've made do with the radiant energies surrounding it. They're nothing compared to the raw power of the stone itself, but if I can show Father McGregor some real progress, perhaps one day, using the sacred stones to study magic. Ephraim? Eirika? What do you two think? Using the divine power of the stones in this way, you don't think it's a very good idea, do you? It's just that I know nothing at all of magic. I would that there was some way I could help you, but I simply can't. But, Leon, I've seen how hard you've worked to help others. I know how much you want the power to make others happy. I know these things, and because I know you, I trust your intentions. Ephraim, if you hope to use the power of the Sacred Stone for good, I trust you can. I'm behind you all the way. I agree with Ephraim entirely. You spend every night in the library studying cures for your father's illness. The power of the Sacred Stones is too powerful to be used for personal gain. But you, Leon, I think you'll be fine. You're the kindest person I know. Thanks, both of you. Hearing those words from you means a lot to me. Actually, and this hasn't been made public yet, but I've already saved someone using the knowledge I've gleaned so far. You have? A while back, a fire ravaged Seraphiu, and a little girl got trapped in the flames. Her burns were terrible. Not even healing staves were able to cure her injuries. But just a sliver of the stone's power restored her life and healed her wounds. We saved that girl's life, Ephraim. Oh, if you could have seen the tears of joy in her mother's eyes. You really did it, huh? You are special, Leon. Congratulations. Well, thanks. But there's still so much more to be done. I am happy, though. To be honest, I just want to be able to help people. I want to put the ancient magics to use for the common good. That's how I feel. Leon. And as my research moves forward, I'll be able to do much more, too. We have only the barest understanding of how dark magic operates. Maybe we can use it not only to heal wounds, but also to stop diseases. What if we can read the future, predict disasters, move mountains? Hold on, Leon. You can't take too much on yourself all at once. What good is helping people if you sacrifice yourself to do it? Oh. Yes, of course. Sorry, I got carried away. You have a soft heart, Leon. I bet you haven't taken any real time off at all. This is what we're going to do. Today, we're going into the city. And you're going with us, Leon. What? But, Ephraim, you've got a history report due. We're taking today off. Come on, let's go. But, Ephraim! It's just one day, and I won't tell anyone. Oh, I won't. I think that's Eirika, actually. Won't it be fun for the three of us to spend a day in the city? Ephraim. Eirika. Thanks so much. I'm lucky to have the two of you as friends. Really just gotta twist the knife on how tragic Leon's story is, huh? Just really gotta drive it home. We have the Stone of Renais. The final sacred stone is in Rouston. La Rochelle, can you tell us anything about the Stone of Rouston? Naturally. As Rouston's very own princess, I know a thing or two about our stone. The palace reliquary currently houses our sacred stone. Follow me, and I'll take you there. I sent the Freilian army ahead before us. They should be en route to Rouston. If we hurry, we can join up with them at the banks of the Narube River. Do not falter! Show them the might of Frelia! Yeah, about that. That paladin just got murked by a basic Wyvern Rider, and his buddies just folded. Yeah, the might of Frelia is not doing so hot. Oh hey, who's this green-haired beauty? Well, I'll tell you, she's the single worst unit in the game. Like, I'll get into it more in a second. She's just really bad. Lady Cyrene, the enemy is headed this way. Are you serious? Greta's been defeated and still they fight on. And they're tough. You Freilian fools have been wiped out by those guys. Oh no, now we're finished as well. Everyone please remain calm. If you panic and flee, the enemy will simply surround you. If you remain here and don't move, I promise to protect you all. Lady Cyrene. Brother, look there. A skirmish. Is that Cyrene? What's going on? We must go to her aid. Everyone, hold. Something evil is afoot. Something evil this way comes. It's Leon. Leon! Eirika? Ephraim? Leon, where have you been all this time? Eirika, stop. Brother? Leon. We met recently in Great Keep, right? Do you remember what you told me then? You told me this was all your doing. That you had started this war. What? Ephraim, why are you so angry? We haven't seen each other in so long. What's happened? Leon. Wait, Eirika. You said it yourself. Leon must be under the control of someone or something else. Don't be ridiculous. There must be something wrong with you, Ephraim. Leon's one of our dearest and closest friends, remember? He told me that no matter what happened, he was still on our side. Isn't that right, Leon? Yes, Eirika, of course it is. So, please, come here. Closer. Leon? Evil. It's so... Oh, it's so corny. Stay back, Eirika. What? Get away from me. Quickly. If you don't, I will surely destroy you. What, Leon? Flee. Quickly. Go. It's really hard to do screams when I'm trying to be quiet. Leon, hold on. What is it? What's happening? Hi. It's been a while since I saw you two last, hasn't it? Leon? Is that really you speaking, Leon? Stay back. This is really hard to do while being quiet. Stay back, Eirika. Keep your guard up. That's not Leon. I'm not Leon. Oh, that's rich. A masterpiece. You always thought Leon was kind, gentle and weak, didn't you? Admit it. No. Leon, Eirika, and I were friends. There were things we kept to ourselves, of course, but we shared so much. No matter what happened, no matter how much time passed, we're still friends. Leon would never, ever betray us. Not in a million years. You're not Leon. Looks like I was wrong to disregard the value of human emotions. What? I've had my fun pretending to be human, but the need for charades has passed. You are correct. This body no longer belongs to your young Leon. I devoured his pathetic heart ages ago. You monster! Who are you? Do you really not know me? What a poorly educated prince. Think about it. Remember the legends of your pitiful kind. What was sealed within the stone of Grado? What is the name of terror? No, it can't be. It's as we feared after all. That can only be the great adversary of antiquity, the Demon King. Leon, Leon, oh Prince of Misery. Come out. Be not shy. This body is lost to you. It is mine to compel. What's going... Your dreams, Leon, I am about to make them come true for you. I am about to crush Prince Ephraim and take Princess Eirika for my own. Isn't this all that you've ever prayed for, young fool of a prince? Ah! Rejoice, Leon. The time has come. Ephraim, the man you envy. Eirika, the woman you desire. I will now grant you all of your darkest wishes. Okay, and difficult voice acting aside, trying to do voices while also being quiet and also be suitably dramatic with screams and such, here we are. So, a few things to note here. First of all, the large majority of enemies are promoted at this point. We still have some Wyvern Riders, a couple fighters, a couple mages. Everything else is promoted, so we're pretty much in do or die territory on getting units to a point at which we can promote them, and doing so without resorting to grinding, which obviously I'm trying to do as little of as I can. So, something to consider there. Also, we have a number of defenseless civilians, the river folk. And as with pretty much all green units, in especially GBA Fire Emblem games, we want to keep them all alive because we get a special reward if we do. Items, typically stat boosters, weapons, things like that. Also, the previously mentioned Cyrene. Cyrene's not great. Cyrene's pretty bad. There's a lot of reasons Cyrene is pretty bad. First of all, her HP is abysmal. Second of all, her stats are just mediocre across the board. Third of all, her constitution is god-awful. If we compare her to Tana, well, I don't even really need to make a case, do I? Really, the only thing that Tana's worse at is constitution, and considering the fact that Tana has so much more potential for growth, because Cyrene's growth is not great either. Vanessa outclasses Cyrene, and we're not even using Vanessa, so Cyrene, just not worth it. Just not worth it. If she came in unpromoted, or if we got her earlier, we might be able to make it work, but there's just so many better options now, which is unfortunate because she constitutes the only way in which we can use the triangle attack, which, if I haven't mentioned it before, is a special Pegasus Knights only attack that exists in pretty much every Fire Emblem game, where if you have all three of your Pegasus Knights surround an enemy unit, the one that attacks, that launches the attack on that unit, will get an automatic critical, which can obviously be abused pretty well. If you can guarantee you're doing 3x damage, you can do all sorts of funky stuff. So, unfortunately, extremely hard to make use of here, just because Cyrene is so terrible. But at the end of the day, you don't need it, it's just cool to be able to use it. So we need to be able to get her. Now, to get her, I'm trying to remember how we do that. And I think we need either Tana or Ines. And Ines we're not using. I'm going to double check and see. I'll be right back. Let me just double check Serenus Forest real fast. Okay, I was correct. It is either Ines, Tana, or Vanessa. Basically our three major Freljand units. Or actually, I think our only Freljand units. Oh, there's Molder, but no one counts Molder, apparently. So we need to talk to her, get her out of there, and we also want to try and rescue all these civilians and move them as quickly as possible as well. Beyond that, things are fairly standard. I mean, there's, again, some powerful enemy units here, and also, you know, Leon. Yes, we're fighting Leon. It's happening here. He is a Necromancer, which is pretty awesome. I love Necromancers, but unfortunately, this is a class that is locked to Leon, so we don't get to play with it. Unless you do a lot of extraneous stuff in the creature campaign post-game, but we're not worried about that right now. He can summon units, but he doesn't utilize that here, thank the good lord, because that would be a problem for us. He does have a Fenrir Tome, which does a bunch of damage, and he's no slouch in the magic department, so we have to be careful when we're fighting him. But we'll worry about that in a bit. For now, we need fast mobile units. So we're basically taking all of our flyers and all of our cavalry, for the most part. I would like to bring Joshua, just to try and get him leveled. Beyond that, though, we're not going to bring Colm or Naimi just because we don't need them. Amelia and Ewan are going to be taking the left-hand side. We honestly could just grab Ford and Kyle. Although really the only one of them that I think is usable at this point is Ford. Kyle, his luck and his speed and just, not great. Not great. I would also like to bring Ross and Garrick because they could both definitely use the XP. So, crazy of a decision as this might be, we're going to drop Seth. That still leaves us with 2 healers, which I think is all we need. Amelia, Ewan... Larshell and Joshua maybe will go to the left. And then everyone else can rush the right. I think that'll be sufficient. Also, not Art or Garrick. That'll leave us with just Ewan and Natasha for magic damage, but I think that's acceptable. Also, these heroes can cross this river here, so we do need to watch for that. We need to leave someone behind who can deal with them. I think Ephraim will be more than sufficient. One of them, I think, has a brave axe. Yeah, so we're going to want to watch for that and get that. Okay, let's get arranged, shall we? We do have to break this log, although that's not that big of a deal, so I'm not too worried about that. I think that's actually sufficient. I think that's sufficient, yeah. And then that way we can have Amelia tank the initial rush across the bridge. We're going to have to watch the flood of Valkyries that spawn here, as well as all the Wyverns, but overall, I think we're in decent shape. We'll see if that holds. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So now, both of these paladins will be able to rush Amelia, and they both have silver lances, so they might be able to hurt, but other than that, I'm not too worried. We'll get the iron axe on her, we'll have Ewan posted up ready to assist, and that should be honestly more than sufficient on that front. Now what I want to do is get Eirika charging across the bridge with pretty much everybody. We are going to have to watch these mages trying to come across the mountain here, but they do have to, like, knock down the tree and then get across, so it's not an immediate concern. And what I'm going to do here, it's going to hurt their ability to move a little, but I want to get the hatchet repaired while we have the chance, because Ross is probably going to need it in this chapter, and future chapters, but, you know. Okay. No one should be able to attack Joshua from the angle he's at currently, so he can chill. I might even wind up having Natasha hang back, but for now she's going to move up and play rescue, I think. Double check and make sure all of our animations are set properly. Very good. Alright, let's see how turn 1 goes. Fighters are going north, which is interesting. Heroes are looking across the bridge. Wyverns are moving down. Cyrene will get herself killed extremely easily, so we want to get to her as quickly as possible, recruit her, and then have her start picking people up and moving them. Because we're just going to be rescue moving those civilians out of the way. It's the only hope we've got, keeping them alive. And, you know, honestly, if we lose a couple, it's not ideal, but I don't think I'll be too upset over it, honestly. Alright. Tana, if you would, get that javelin equipped, talk to Cyrene. Cyrene, are you alright? Princess Tana, you must stay back, this place is dangerous. No, I won't let you die. Hold on, I'm coming to help you at once. Princess Tana, you've grown so much. Very well. I'm yours to command, my lady. And done, just like that. And if we can help it, Cyrene is literally never going to see combat. She's going to carry people out of here, and that is going to be her sole role for the entire game. Which is, in this case, the entire chapter, because it's the only time we're using her. Again, it's harsh, but she's that bad. I've tried, man. I've tried to make her good, I really have. But she's just awful. Okay. Well, the civilians are pretty much secured. Ephraim is still just going to be posted up, ready to deal with these guys as they come across. Ewan, with any luck, well, should, in all likelihood, kill this guy. Beautiful. Alright, and Amelia should, without any real issues, be able to lure actually a couple guys in here, I think. Yeah, let's get her pushed up. If we can start clearing out the Valkyries, that'd be great. And I think we'll have Ross and Garrick push up to help deal with the enemies that are going to start coming across the island. Joshua can hold, Ephraim can hold. Let's see what we get. A lot of wyverns coming in, man. That's why I have to get the civilians out of there ASAP. because they will get mowed down by the wyverns without question. Would have liked some crits there just to clear things out a little bit, but I mean, we've got the whole squad behind Amelia to clean up, so it's not the end of the world. Just extra little bits of efficiency we can eke out here and there. Alright, here they come. Actually, Tana should be able to secure this kill. Ah, though it hurts to do so. And, okay, she whiffed the attack. That sucks. And for the next little bit, we're basically going to be retreating and being confined to our starting island as we just deal with the onslaught of enemies. More reinforcements for the wyverns, that's great. It's not great at all. This wyvern lord. He's rude. That said, Amelia should be able to deal with him no problem. Her stats are a little bit lower at the moment. Not that it's stopping her, because she doesn't have her support bonus with Ewan, but we're going to have Joshua kill the paladin, hopefully. We'll have Ewan move up to support her, and everything will be fine. Nice. Guaranteeing the kill without any crackback. That's what we like to see, Joshua. Now, this is a little dicey. We have to have Ewan here, so that he's within range of Amelia, and then have La Rochelle here, so that she's in range of Joshua. Not that he should be getting attacked by anything. Ephraim can chill. Everyone is retreating across. Dropping people as they go. Because the Lord knows we're going to need them to be able to fight ASAP. Tana... I kind of want to get set up to blow up some of these mages, but I'm worried that she'll be too efficient at it and get herself killed. So I think for now, we'll just have her fall back completely. Heal up a bit. And then... Ross and Garrick can post up, start dealing with Wyvern Riders. That'll let Ford get out of the way. And drop this civilian. And... I mean, we can try and have Eirika draw this guy off. It might work, it might not. Oh yeah, and we had the physic on Natasha. We could have just used on Tana. Save that vulnerary. Oh well. Alright, here come the heroes. They shouldn't be too much of an issue for Ephraim. He should get some decent experience out of this. And because he's Ephraim, he's able to double them, despite the fact that he's building a Steel Lance, because just who needs rules or consistency or balance? We can just have overpowered lords. Which is good. I'd rather overpowered lords than underpowered lords. Looking at you, Ephraim, or not Ephraim, Roy in FE6. He's god-awful. As much as I love him, he's god-awful. Speaking of god-awful, Ross, man, that speed. Ooh. That's hurting us. Oh, nice crit, Eirika. Very good. The double. Oh, yes. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That's big. That's helpful. And that's why promoted Eirika is so much better than regular Eirika. Her promotion basically fixes all of her problems. And Amelia fixes the entire left side of the map for us, perhaps unsurprisingly at this point. She won't kill the Wyvern Lord, but she'll hurt him, and that's more than enough for our cleanup crew to do the job. Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. We would have been better off if she hadn't crit, and we could have given that XP to someone else, but it's fine. You know, he's gone, and now we can focus on other stuff. God, the druids. Ugh. Okay. Oh, the reinforcements. Yep. This is why this part gets really nasty. Because there's just reinforcements everywhere. Forever and always. Ephraim, if you would do the honors of murdering this man. The twins' animations are so slick, too, when they're on horseback. It's great. Okay. How do we want to deal with this? We've got mages over here. This is how bad Cyrene is. She can't double a Wyvern Rider as a Falcon Knight. It's just abysmal. Like, it's so bad, dude. Oh, God. They could have given her, like, 20 speed and just at least made the con hit from the Silver Lance not be the worst thing. But they didn't. They chose to make her awful. And you know what? So it goes, I suppose. We could actually give her the Dragon Spear if we wanted. Ford can soften him up, but then there's 5 million dudes over here. You know what? I think this is where I'm going to call this one, actually. I know we're only a few turns in, but there was a lot of dialogue. It is late, and I want to be able to approach this turn with a bit more brain power than I can muster currently, because this is going to be a doozy. So, we are going to end this one here. Thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. Let me know how the slightly quieter, more low-energy, cozy style of this video was for you, because if it was good, I might do this more often in the future. It'll give me a little bit more time to get recordings up in a regular fashion without putting too much strain on myself. So, let me know what you think. I would appreciate it. But other things I would appreciate, if you know someone that you think would enjoy this series or any of my other series, if you could shoot them a link. Well, that would just be swell. Beyond that, though, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.